Y'all already know what's going on, man. Attitude Era Podcast. We are back in the building, man. And we changing it up. We got a new format this time around. We covering a whole week in wrestling. So that's what we're going to start doing every week. We're going to give you guys the weekly recap of everything that transpired in the world of wrestling as far as WWE. You see who I got. I won't even say co-host, but, you know, part of the bloodline. Run it.
Break a wish. Break a wish. It's Cena number 17 coming soon. You see the name. Wait, where is it? Right there. You see the name. Break a wish. Break a wish. That's right. This week in wrestling, we're gonna recap everything that you may have heard that happened, may not have heard, everything important in wrestling that you need to know from the week. We're gonna cover right here. And I think we should start with probably one of the biggest things. DNA, you were there and you witnessed it live.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, okay, yeah, yellow card on the play. Yellow card on the play.
I
see it.
You know what I mean?
What happened?
He called the pause.
Oh,
my man was like, "Yo, we should start with one of the biggest things." Like, we should.
That's out of control. That's out of control. That's out of control. We talking wrestling though. I'm making a duty because as a kid I never got to go, but as an adult, every time WWE touches Madison Square Garden, it's a different electricity with the promo. It's a different electricity the way the show is ran. You can even see they wrestle differently when they in that garden. That garden is the hub of everything. So I needed to be there. I was mad though because they had this Netflix bodega that was only invite only, and I don't know why the fuck I didn't get an invite. But yeah, they had everybody in there taking pictures, and they had all type of strawberry margaritas, all type of wild shit in there. But I ain't get to go in there.
Netflix is acting different. They never did that before. Netflix
I saw it though. Different. I saw it though. It was fire. But I knew it though. I called it. I went there with my son, and I was telling him, I was like, "Yo, you know Roman Reigns is gonna pop out at the end, right?" And he was like, "Oh, why are you so sure about that?" I'm like, "Cause he's been going for mad long, and it's the Garden." And surely but surely, like, and what's crazy is, right, in my opinion, this is probably the first time where you have such a big persona as Roman Reigns that he was not needed to come out because that match was so fire. Like, I just wanted to see, like, the fact when they decided to close the cage and not go through it and both stick up the middle finger when they was doing the moves, throwing each other. Like, it was the detail going on top of the cage and put, like, that was like one of the best matches I've seen on Raw. I was definitely this year, but I want to say, like, in the last few years of just, like, that was a PLE match. But the icing on the cake was Roman Reigns coming through because it was just more layers to the story. First of all, your man pulled up in a brick by bricks. I just got mine today. Right. He pulled up in a brick by brick Ford, ready to put in pain. First, you know what I mean, he stomped Seth, and then it was so cinematic because right where he's about to stomp him again, like, we're gonna put the footage right here. That's where I was sitting. So I had the direct view, and I thought he was gonna do it. And that's when Adam Pearce and all them held him down and told him not to. And then he looked and seen, you know what I mean, Paul Heyman, like, the fuck is you doing, homie? Like, what are you doing consoling CM Punk? And then he went in there and made a movie on CM Punk as should. So yeah, it was crazy though. That match and that segment of Roman Reigns popping out was like, it made the night. It was crazy.
I gotta throw in a quick fun fact right here because this is probably my favorite low-key thing that happened in wrestling this week. This week, every member of the Shield hit a curb stomp. Whether it was intentional or not, whether they knew, but every member, Jon Moxley, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, all hit a curb stomp, which I thought was awesome. But are you guys excited now about the triple threat, CM Punk versus Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania? And do you think it main events over Jey Uso versus Gunther?
I'll let y'all gentlemen answer. I have my answer.
Saying that Roman Reigns was not, they could have did without him, his pop-up is crazy. But I've been saying for the past few weeks, I think they could have done Mania without Roman. I was excited for Punk and Rollins. Adding Roman doesn't make me more excited, to be honest. I think it takes away from it.
I think the storyline of Punk and Rollins is really strong individually, but I get what you mean because Roman feels a little just weirdly interjected in out of nowhere.
We need something for him to do. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Put him in a match.
Yeah.
It's crazy how we all got on black, but I'm a vehemently disagree, brothers.
That's what you do.
Roman Reigns was thrown in here, and there was a time I was with Archie and Breakawich said, however, when he locked up,
however come.
Pause.
I didn't say that.
I heard the same thing, DNA. Don't let him get out of it. Don't let him get out of it. Pause. That's 1-1. Look, I'm gonna just be real. I'm gonna put the scoreboard when I edit it.
There's a
right now.
Now you know what it was.
I'm gonna go get a flag, and anytime somebody says something, I'm gonna start throwing flags on the plate.
No, you know what it was, Archie? He was on the road. He was in his corporate bag. He was making his point. He was trying to sound very intelligent. He said, "Well, however come." No, bro.
I heard the same shit, DNA.
All right, we're gonna just go and rewind time. And we're just gonna go ahead and push this back.
Okay.
We're gonna go forward. You know what I'm saying? However, you know what I'm saying? Not the supreme fighting machine. Roman having this thing with Heyman and Punk is a new layer because Punk still has a favor. Punk, Rollins, we already know what that is, but then we get the rekindling of Seth and Roman. And that's perfect too because we've been watching that for years now. And it never disappoints. The fact that it never happened on the Mania is crazy. So I am a little excited for this. As long as I don't think they're gonna drop the ball on this. Paul Heyman's in it. They ain't gonna drop the ball.
I'm definitely excited for it.
It does main event over Uso.
It should.
That's crazy to me.
It shouldn't. I don't think that's a bigger match.
That's crazy.
It's a bigger draw match, but it's not a bigger match as far as like you're becoming the world champ.
That's what I'm saying. That makes it a bigger match because it has a bigger payoff.
I mean, but the stars in this are bigger.
That's the problem with WWE now. It doesn't. You put CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns in the same ring. That's bigger than anything Jey Uso are gonna do, with or without a belt.
With or without.
Sad to say. Now
you
Cody,
another belt in it.
Now Cody and John Cena, no, but
or it's right on par.
But that's why, if you ask me, it should go back to being one belt.
I agree. I've been saying that it's the best when it's just one belt and everybody is gunning after.
Because no matter how much praise you want to say, like, oh, we have so many people, we need two, it still just shows the importance and the meaning. Like, if it was the Universal title, no disrespect, Jey Uso or Gunther wouldn't even be going for it or have it.
It just makes the titles feel not important coming off of a year where we saw people fight over Ula Fala and the bracelet.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But you know what it is that it's Rock and Stone Cold at 19 with no belt. That was still the biggest match on the card. That's how I look at CM Punk, Seth, and
100%. But let's not forget. Well, in my opinion, Triple H has done a magnificent job in certain areas, and the jobs that have fallen by the wayside. One of those jobs is titles. Titles that mean significantly less. And that is proof.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy? Because the whole point to me of even letting Jay win it is to give him this big moment where he gets his title and everything. If it's not at the end of WrestleMania to get that, that's crazy to me. Like I don't even get how Jey Uso versus Gunther can't end WrestleMania night 1. Obviously not night 2. That's Cody and Cena.
Well, here's where I throw a contrast, right? It didn't even end that Raw. Right? Like, think about it. Jey Uso's on the same Gunther. They don't end Raw. They either start or don't start, and they're midway through. This would never happen. If Vince got a title, my champion ends. If he starts, he ends. Right? That's not what Triple H. He don't. So if Jey Uso, I mean, he sells the merch, but Gunther don't.
That belt is cold.
But it was cold. It was cold once Damian. Like, the biggest point of the belt was when Seth Rollins had it. When Seth Rollins was the champion and Roman Reigns was the champion, The both belts meant something.
Yes.
Damian Priest got the belt. No disrespect. It's been since then.
I said that same thing. Like, I think, and this is not a bad thing, I think Triple H is much more of a man of taking chances. Like, even the Cody with the belt shit is cold. It's a chance that didn't pay off. Triple H is much more of a man of like taking chances.
No, Triple H is more of a man of listening to the crowd. But that's why I always tell people that. I tell people that saying in real life, like, just always base everything on logic, because literally going off the crowd is your emotion, and then your emotion changes. You go crazy. Oh my God, yeet, 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 yeet. You put the belt on them, the yeets are gonna slow down. I promise you.
Yep.
Cody,
I know
finish
we
the
gotta
story.
move on, but who do we think really has more control and say so in what we see? Triple H or The Rock?
Triple H. I think The Rock has maybe like a bigger picture, kind of like, I think they'll check in with The Rock for some things and be like, hey, this is what we're doing. But I think Triple H kind of, even there was that article that came out that Netflix doesn't really fuck with the creative control at all as WWE. So I think it's Triple H, but I think Triple H listens to a lot of people. Vince didn't do that. It's kind of like a too many cooks thing, or maybe it's not.
I think Triple H makes the decisions, but I think when it comes to anything with The Rock, like the Rock storyline or anything that involves The Rock is in control of that.
Yes. The Rock is not about to have, because if that's the case, the only thing I do think is that he has pull with his daughter, because you see she just picked up another show to be the general manager. I think it was Evolve now, or one of the other shows. Huh?
Evolve on Tubi.
Yeah. So now she's in charge of more.
Hey, I'm gonna keep my comments to myself.
WWE is everywhere. They got a Tubi show. Is wild. Hey, but while we're talking about like,
man, there's nobody with a job, but damn.
While we're on the NXT kind of track, let's talk about the two big things that happened there. We'll start with this. They marketed it as title versus title apparently, but every time I'm looking it up, it says that Oba retained the NXT championship as if it was
I was there. They didn't give him Moose's belt.
Yeah. So that was one of the big.
Fucking robbed us. They Archie.
Hey, we watch NXT every week. I'm pretty sure I saw title versus title champion.
Probably, and then they got probably did some nut shit. But I will say this, for two big men, I was thoroughly impressed with that match. I again, you know what I mean? I was front row at NXT Roadblock, and like that was my second favorite match out of the 2 days.
Yeah, Oba is a beast.
Out of the 2 days?
You know, he was at Raw, then he was at Roadblock. So
yeah,
you was back to back with it. But I'm saying out of 2 days, that means all the matches you saw, that was number 2.
Yeah,
that speaks highly of that match, though.
Huh? Number one. We're going to get into it next. Number one was Javon Evans versus Ethan Page. That New York City street fight was the best match I've seen in the last 6 to 8 months.
I'm just about NXT.
In general, bro, what you seen better than that?
You just told me 8 minutes ago.
I said
like, yo, Matt.
I said Oba and Moose was number 2, and Seth and CM Punk was number 3. That's my 3.
Oh, you put them number. Okay. I thought you said
that's
number
my
1.
3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I said that was the best match I seen on Raw.
You did. Right. Yeah.
The crazy thing is, I didn't like two big things that happened. I didn't like either one of them too much.
Well, Stephanie getting the double belt, which is why
double belts. Like they
I walked out on that. No disrespect to the ladies.
They just
I walked out on
American that title is not even a year old.
Yeah,
she's injured supposedly.
That's why I didn't think Oba had both belts. I couldn't see it.
Yo, Archie, I was pulling my Tay-Rock. I'll be back, Stephanie. I'll be back, Stephanie. I'll be back.
This guy. Shout out to Tay-Rock, champion of the year, man. Our boy got the champion of the year. So shout out to Rock.
Yeah,
but I don't like that title was only not even a year old, and they talking about unifying. That was another thing. They said they were going to unify the titles, which means you're getting rid of them. And then I don't like that the TNA stars don't win matches
at all. None of them.
That's why. What's the point of the merger? I don't even get the point of the merger other than to.
You know what he's on right now? He's on some Vince McMahon shit when WCW came over.
Yeah.
None of them.
It's more exposure. And then he beat your guy every time.
Sting said he never went over. Sting said when Booker T got there and The Rock did the "it doesn't matter what your name is" thing, that discredited everything Booker T ever done. Yeah. And he was instantly buried. And he said when he saw that, he was not going to WCW. It's like why this merger has done nothing really. Like
we had Diamond on the podcast saying, you know what I mean? You see what type of situation they put him in with the Undertaker. He was a stalker. Diamond Dallas Page, the man that infamously sued Jay-Z for using the diamond cutter, was a stalker.
And speaking of, the Undertaker gave over Femi the pep talk before the match. And while we were talking, Z said him keep popping up, it kind of takes away from that too. So
I was about to say, bro, I love Undertaker. Undertaker is one of my favorite wrestlers characters anyway, and we about to kick Bret Hart's ass in this versus Jerry. Yeah, Jerry is gonna get his ass whipped.
You get smoked.
My least favorite iteration of Undertaker is fucking Beanie Mark, where he just pops up in the backstage in a beanie and he'd be like, yo, you doing your thing. I need it to stop. It's fucking up the Undertaker.
We're seeing more of the Undertaker now that he's retired than when he was in the ring.
Bro, you know Beanie Mark is the one
who's second NXT appearance.
Win the belt.
He's been on NXT before. Like, it's crazy.
Nah, yeah, Beanie Mark is the one who helped Cody win.
I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Biker Undertaker, man. Like, this nigga keeps popping up.
You didn't like American Badass?
Yes, but not this one.
Yeah,
this is Timu Badass. I don't like Timu.
This really is, bro. I'm not trying to
like he doesn't get into no outfit. He just, like Z said, he has on that nasty ass beanie. This is 6 feet and under Undertaker.
Same shit he was wearing
right now. This is podcast taker. I don't want to see podcast taker.
This Mark. This is Mark.
This is Mark Calloway. This is Mark Calloway before he does his Walmart run.
I don't want to see podcast Mark or any vignettes or any promos, man. I need American Badass. I need Corporate Ministry. I need Big Evil. I
don't want to see none of them. And you got to take like a year off before we see you again. You know what I'm saying? Then, because
he was just at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's what we've seen more of him since he retired.
And you know who we did see. And he said if Cody needs help, he'll be there.
I'm telling y'all think I'm
bugging here last year.
You take that information how you want to take it, King HP. You heard what he said.
You should have been here last year. If
money wasn't right. You're businessman. Money wasn't right.
I agree with HP though. That moment is over. Y'all say
man. We getting a lot of money with Broken Skull.
Y'all say I'm bugging every time I bring it up. Hey, Stone Cold ain't been around. He's had a lot of everybody's getting a lot of money to show up out of nowhere now, but Stone Cold is still away for some reason.
But Stone Cold got a lot of yicking, bro. Like, we doing well with Broken Skull, so it's going to take a lot of money for us to break a skull.
Yeah, but the storyline is him randomly out there against John.
All right, so
y'all think that's like a $3, $4, $5 million payday just to pop up?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
yes.
It ain't like it's an M, my nigga. If he was wrestling, it's 3 or 4. Like him versus Kevin Owens, I think he got like a 3. I think he got a 3-pack. Because he got in
the field. Even that, I don't even think he needed that 3. That's just because he wants it.
No, but I'm saying he had to make it nice to pop out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he also got to think about popping out. I risk injury.
You can say what you want. That glass shatters.
It's over.
Real crazy.
It will be. But the best time when we look at all the WrestleMania moments, 40 is solidified.
40 might go down as one of the greatest ones.
Right. But you know what would have actually made it better? Like a lot of times we look at like Shawn versus Taker and Brett versus Stone Cold at 13, WrestleMania 13. We're like, nothing could have made that better, right? When we look at WrestleMania 4, to be like, you know what would have made that better? If that glass would have shattered instead of that bomb
Absolutely.
would have been
I
hit.
was there. Okay,
And you know that then.
I was
You knew you
waiting.
wanted that. Hey, let me ask you a
I
question.
did, but then when we went back to the drawing board and we understood why we wasn't there, I respected it. Business.
No, I get that.
You
I
know
get
what I
that
mean?
part.
The 7-year-old version of me, I don't give a fuck about the business. Nigga, make the
Yeah,
glass
maybe
shatter.
WWE don't want to write that big check for one day.
Yeah, but the
But they
33-year-old in
did.
me, the 33-year-old in me
Undertaker
that
said,
wants to
"Can I
learn
come there in
something
my
on how the
Walmart
shit
clothes?"
works. Oh yeah, what's the business, man? What's the business when the
Undertaker
niggas turning
popped up
down
in the
millions
same
for more
shit I'm in.
millions? Let me learn that trick so I can
Yeah,
get
for real. Undertaker popped out in the same outfit that he made a whole commercial for Trump in and fucking helped Cody win.
Undertaker
the
had
belt.
this on.
This shit
Undertaker
is
had
nasty
this on,
work.
bro.
He
I
was
am
dressed
not
like one of the
chill,
Good
bro.
Brothers.
I'm not
They gotta
liking the
chill,
face
bro.
of the Undertaker, bro.
I ain't
At
gonna lie
all.
though, bro. The final boss is the next best thing to Stone Cold, my nigga. That nigga's different. And final boss outfit at Elimination Chamber was crazy. That shit was fire.
Yeah, well, this is a good transition. I want to talk about these Cody Rhodes Cena promos. I think Cody Rhodes kind of works well almost when their opponent doesn't show up that much. Kind of like what happened with Roman. And you have the time to build up these appearances, and Cody just kind of, even though the suited up babyface is kind of growing old to me, and then it kind of builds anticipation. But what do you guys think of these Cody Rhodes Cena promos?
Yeah.
I think I like to see Cody Rhodes eat shit and get whipped. You know what I'm saying? Because when he does these promos, it's
Hey,
cool,
My
but it don't
bad.
do
Fell
nothing.
asleep.
What type of neck
It don't
do nothing.
are you, homie?
I was asleep. You talk about Cody Rhodes promo. I fell asleep. I'm sorry.
No, but I'm wide awake. And man said I want to see Cody Rhodes eat shit.
and get whipped, bro.
Not like eat shit like Dookie in his mouth. I'm talking about like, yo, just eat shit. Like, bro, just go somewhere, bro. Your promos, we just want to see you get beat up. When he got beat up by The Rock outside that bus, that was great. When he got whipped in the ring with John
Yeah.
Cena and
So
Travis
you
Scott,
just want to see
like that,
Cody Rhodes get beat up. That's it. That's when
No,
he's
he's
good.
a
He's
I,
getting
little
beat up.
freak.
I'm just being
He's a
honest.
little freak. He wants him to eat
freak.
shit and
Yo,
get
matter
whipped.
of fact,
The
I'm gonna
dominatrix
give
shit.
you 2 on the scoreboard for that. That's another one.
I just
No,
want to
I'm
see
not
Cody.
saying it's not on the
I
freak
just
shit.
want to see Cody
Okay,
Rhodes eat shit and get beat. He's a freak.
That's 50 Shades of Jay over there.
Come here, Cody.
50
You wanna
Shades
Come
of
here,
Jay.
Cody.
and get whooped. I
Come
will
here,
say
Cody.
though, I definitely think a whooping from The Rock and Cena is coming for Cody. I'll definitely say that.
He just caught one.
And it's gonna be
And
the
straight
best part of the
gonna
episode.
catch another. When he
Look,
got beat
Jerry.
outside that bus, that was great.
Look, Jerry, you worded it wrong, but yes, I won't agree
Thank
with
you,
what you said, but I'll agree with the idea. The idea that Cody Rhodes is the victim in these situations,
Yes,
that's what works. But I'm
yes.
gonna be honest with you though. I like the promos because they have edge. When he's doing his regular jolly promo before he gets his ass whooped, I hate him. It's too cookie cutter and cheesy. Like right now when he's like, John Cena, you want some? Come get some. Like
That was good.
he's getting in his
Hey,
bag.
Rock.
When
Hey,
he walked
but
out
Pete
with
Cody,
a black eye that Travis Scott gave him, that's a little different. I really want
I
Cena
like
to
this
take that
promo.
belt
I
off
like
him.
this promo at Raw, and I like this promo at SmackDown. Like I said, I feel like
It's the same thing, though. Like, he got to give us something else.
Yeah.
no, you know what it is. What I'm realizing from this generation, and I don't even think it's WWE. I feel like back in the day, even though Vince was as stern as he was, the guys that you just had out there, they were real superstars. So they were innovative. They were creative. They were taking it in their own hands. Like, okay, Vince, this is the script, but how about, you know what I mean? Well, you heard Vince Russo when he was on there. He gave The Rock nothing. Every promo he gave, The Rock dollied it up, put his own shit in there. Yo, okay, cool. This is the, you know what I mean? This is the outline, but I'm going to do this. Stone Cold, you know what I mean? Even scenario. You see what I'm saying? Like, remember when Mankind did the joint in the boiler room or when Jim Ross sat down? Like, that's what I'm envisioning when I'm seeing promos. Every promo don't got to be in the ring. If you're not a good
But that's what I was saying about Bronson Reed. He did all his promos backstage, and then he just wrestled. But they built superstars differently. Think about it. When that glass shatter, we just talked about it, it don't even matter what Stone Cold did or said. It was already over. You know, when the rock music hit, you just knew you was going to be entertained. It's just, it's just weird. So it's just a weird disconnect, I feel, with Cody. I don't know what it is.
No, I'm telling you, he's just not creative, bro. His promos, they're dry.
I think he's just not it. Like, bro, basically, and I've said this before. I say this damn near every recap we've had. This is why Cena has to win. Like, the point is always to kind of find the face. After Cena, it was Roman Reigns. Like, I think they thought that's what Cody was going to be. And he's a good merchandise pusher. He's a good whatever he is for what he is, right? But he's not it. And they've tried to do this before. They making organic. Hey, people thought Roman Reigns wasn't it. I always fucked with Roman Reigns. But I just don't think he's that next face that's going to carry the company like they want. Who it is, we might not even have seen him yet. But this is like the Cody experiment, I call it. They basically took a big shot. And when the rumors had come out that Cody was supposed to lose and it was going to be delayed, I was actually for it because I thought this was going to happen. But
we had this conversation on here before.
Cena literally saved WrestleMania. Shit wasn't even interesting till he was in it.
When Jinder Mahal was champ, he was doing better ratings than Cody Rhodes.
And let's not say that like we hating on Jinder. Shout out to Jinder.
No, I'm just saying.
No, but it's a fact. And Jinder was way worse than Cody, right? But really, was he?
I'm just saying, no knock on Jinder. I enjoyed the modern day Maharaja.
But
when they put all this stuff in, all this stock into you, and they give you the boom, the lights, the glamour, you got a bus, you got a vodka, you got all this stuff, and you're still not connecting, it's something that's just not working. So
if they really wanted to shake things up and bring some more meaning to that title, they'll give the belt to Cena. They'll do the Cena CM Punk run, the Cena Randy Orton run. He'll be on Jimmy Fallon with the fucking belt.
I'm gonna tell you like this, bro.
And then Cody's gonna chase, and that's when it's gonna get good.
Yeah, but Cody, the word that we all been looking for, that's not here. And this is the thing: he has no charisma. That's the problem. Like when that's
because his whole look, even what Jerry just said, I want to see him eat shit and get whooped. His whole shit is built on being a victim, kind of.
No, but it's not even that. You could be a victim. You could be a victim and still have charisma. The thing is, right, there's no reason why me. And I'm saying this because I'm not the average fan. I'm an entertainer. But unless there's some restrictions that I don't know that WWE is giving him, because that is the thing. I don't know what they're allowing him to say or not to say because he is a face. But let's just blank that out and say they are giving him a little freedom to be more creative. There's no reason why I can sit down and watch Cody Rhodes do something and I can say to myself, hey, I could do better than that. There's a problem. Because when I grew up watching wrestling, all the people that was shit talking, that's how I became a good shit talker. I could never. Like in the prime heyday, I would never try to argue with Ric Flair. I would never try to argue with The Rock. I would never try to argue with fucking Stone Cold, none of these guys, because it was just like their words was lethal, bro. Like the way they would cook you up and just have the comeback ready and going. It was like he just lacks. He's not with it.
Like you said, star power, right? We got two, established battle rappers on this podcast. I always say this about Sue Surf. Sue Surf would get on the stage in a t-shirt and some sweats and still just look better than the person he's standing next from. Surf has star power. You know what I'm saying? Like you're saying, Cody is just something off. Y'all know what it's like standing next to your opponent. But if you standing next to your opponent and you don't match that, it just looks away. And you already getting looked at like, you know what I'm saying? Now, I don't say the loser, but the loser in the situation.
Well, I think a large disconnect, right? Cody is still addressing a 1980s audience. The way he carries his belt, he's addressing. So he dresses.
But you don't think he's a modern day champion?
No, and the reason why I say that is because the modern day champions, look at Roman Reigns, right? Roman Reigns literally ushered in the modern day. He was out there. Look at his kicks, right? Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is the opposite of Roman and still in the same lane because he's doing something really wild and different. Cody in a suit, talking the way he talks like a corporate exec. Funny part is, when you look at corporate execs in 2025, a lot of them don't dress in a suit like that. It'll be jeans with a blazer and a shirt, a button up. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have relaxed what business. So Cody is just like in this world, like, you know what I'm
But
saying?
success
Then he
don't
goes
look
to the
like it
back
used to look.
but here's the kicker. Cody will go in the back and put on a t-shirt with his wrestling tights. Like, motherfucker, just take the t-shirt off. You know what I'm
And
saying?
here's the
Like,
thing. I feel like a
be
lot of
one or the
people
other.
are I feel like a lot of people are just copying that formula of just standing in the ring and cutting a promo, and it's getting a little old. That's why my personal favorite promos right now are Jacob Fatu. The way he talks and even the way they film it. He'll be walking backstage with like Tama just bugging out in the fucking shit. So let's
I'm
talk a
King
little
Kong
bit
and
about
Godzilla.
LA Knight, Jacob, and Jimmy Uso kind of being in the mix and what's happening with the belt.
Jimmy Uso. Hey, they've given Jimmy some freedom, and that brother ain't looking back, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he just lost to Drew
I
McIntyre.
like it. Yay. I like it, bro. Jimmy's just like that.
I'm rooting for Jimmy more than I am for Jay, to be honest.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like people want to see Jimmy kind of get his shine now. At least that's what I feel when I see Jimmy. I'm like, yo, I want to see Jimmy get his shine now.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if he won, and that's why Jey Uso got to go last. I feel like if he won the U.S. championship and you see them backstage, like, and the night is like all about them, like winning, and then you see Jay win the championship and Jimmy runs out, that really should be what WrestleMania is about.
I
But
think if Jimmy win
to
and
refresh your
Jay
memory,
win and Roman don't have gold, they should let Roman just go. Like, ain't no way they got gold and I don't.
but here's the thing too. Don't forget when CB and Eddie Guerrero won at WrestleMania. That was the feel good
Yeah,
moment where they
yeah.
both hugged in the ring, and you could replicate that or a similar style. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see it
That's
this
still the
WrestleMania and then somebody
Usos,
drops.
bro.
I ain't gonna
That's
lie to
still
you.
one of the best tag teams ever.
Uso Mania?
Jimmy Uso got to work on his character.
I think he is though.
Stop
He's starting to do. He's
no,
trying.
no.
The thing
Hold on.
Wait,
about it is
hold on.
he's
Pause. Time out.
trying new things in real time.
I think Jimmy Uso has more character than Jey Uso, arguably.
Facts.
No.
He gets complete promo. He don't talk with the bouncing ball. Hey, y'all keep saying that I can't win the big one. Tired of y'all. I hate that. Talk straight like you talk to me. Jimmy Uso comes out and he has rebuttals. You ain't catching Jimmy slipping.
Yeah, I think
And
he's
Jimmy's
trying
funny.
stuff in real time, even with his ring gear and everything. Like he's trying.
I just
Maybe
don't.
he's
I
trying to
just don't
separate
like. I
himself from
just
Jay.
don't like the. I don't like the quirky. I don't like the character.
But that's who he is in real life.
No, but I like it
because he does stand-up comedy. Like he's just a goofy dude.
And he's good. He's funny.
Not a fan, homie.
I will
I'm
say
a
this.
fan. I'm a fan of him. I'm just not a fan of the character. I like the Usos together. It's just
I
me.
will say this. That
We're
whole
gonna get them
family,
together in specialty matches, novelty matches. I think that as much as I would love to see them unite, I think we'll get it once in a blue moon at big PLEs.
No, they definitely gonna get back together.
But not on a routine base. I don't think they're going to get back together and do a tag run. I think it's going to be like the Hardys are coming. Do we have a match for them? We can put something together. You know what I'm saying? Specialty type of matches. Because I think it's why they've been together their whole life.
I think they'll go on one more.
And that's why they're seeing the most success, though, too. So
100%. But
I think you know what? Randomly, when we're talking about Jay, I'm kind of starting to miss the time when like someone would win the championship, then 2 weeks later, someone else would take it off of them. A month later, someone else. I'm kind of starting to miss that time. I think they might need to go back to that a little bit, switch it up.
Salute to Jay Uso for doing that for us, giving us 28 days as Intercontinental
28
Champion.
Day Jay. Shout out to him.
Mr. February in a different month.
And Shinsuke, he just lost his title too. So
Well, what else we got here to cover?
I mean, yeah. Let's see. Let's get into these vignettes. I want to see who you guys think the 4 is. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I seen her.
Yeah, I
The
I
big
got one
four.
name.
It's me.
I just don't
It's
know
me,
how it
Z.
fits.
I'm coming
You said
home,
it's
Z.
you?
It's me.
I mean, I think I have a pretty good guess. Wait, let's go around and guess. Who do you think it is, Jerry?
Alistair Black.
Yeah,
I can't see it being nothing else. If it's Ray Phoenix, I'd be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just can't. I can't.
Phoenix is on the way.
Yeah, they
Oh, he's
showed
on the
another
way, but
vignette that looks like him.
Ray Phoenix was the dude that was supposed to be Chad Gable.
Nah, that wasn't Ray Phoenix.
I don't think that's where he comes in, though.
So
I
who
think
you
it's
think
in
that was?
that storyline.
Who you think that was, Archie?
Chad Gable. He went, see. You know, they pulled a little okey doke on us. We know that was Chad. Just like when John Cena went to NXT and wore a luchador mask and said his name was Juan Cena. Like,
yeah.
Come on, man. But yeah, it's
Man,
definitely Alistair Black is coming back and Ray Phoenix. So
I think they showed a vignette for Ray Phoenix, not like revealing it was him, but it was kind
like
of
a shadow.
obvious. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna shake up the tag team. That's gonna be a great match with the people who won the championship, the Street Profits. First time in like 5 years, I believe.
I'm
That
happy
they're
that
currently holding gold.
I like that they turned. I like that they turned heel. Their promos have been better. They got out of that cheesy lane, and I'm glad. You know what I mean? They got some gold. You know what I mean?
I feel like the fans were really starting to demand that the Street Profits get some sort of push, and this was kind of Triple H listening.
Again,
well overdue.
Mm-hmm.
Well overdue. Normally, you know what I'm saying? This is how I do it. I give it up. You know what I'm saying? Because whenever you have a title change,
Come
it
on,
must
man.
be
Give it
announced.
up, man. You know how we do.
Like it has to be said with volume. There's
They
enough
did it.
tag teams right now currently on both shows to kind of give some validity to that division. So I'm happy. 2, the team that we've been asking for, they got it. And they're heels. So
And
now they got
Gargano and
everybody.
Ciampa never really got over. Let's be real. They never really got over. Motor City Machine Guns never really got over.
Yeah.
I think Motor City Machine Guns are further back than DIY.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
For sure.
I think Pretty Deadly is actually up there. Los Garza has come in the mix. So
Pretty
They'll have
Deadly.
no
I wouldn't be surprised if Pretty Deadly got like a random title run at all.
Yeah.
They were getting pushed before one of them got injured. So
Yeah.
Yeah. And to be honest, I would like to see him go to one tag team division between both shows, like the women have. So then you would get to see the Street Profits versus the War Raiders. You know what I mean?
who never really got over either.
But it's weird how like in NXT these teams are such big deals, but then they come over and it's like they don't know what to do with them because they have the talent. The tag team division it's
happening.
What happens is in front of 200 people. It's easy to get 200 people to like something versus 20,000. And
in different cities.
And some things are bigger than NXT. Enzo and Cass was bigger than NXT.
Yeah.
But then you have like the Undisputed Era who never really did anything. But in NXT, they cooked.
Mm-hmm. DIY too. DIY was crazy.
That's the best NXT story ever. Gargano versus Ciampa.
But keep in mind, they're also, like Archie said, they're in the same city too. When you go to city, cities they like different things. So
crowds are different.
You'll find out if it's really over because you can things look different in Orlando in front of 200.
Yeah. Let's talk about the women's storyline real quick. Rhea, Bianca, and Io. I thought Rhea was out of the picture because why did they even stick Io in it? But now with this triple threat where Io was demanding respect, what do you guys think of this?
I think Io is losing the belt at WrestleMania.
Another triple threat we didn't need, and your champion shouldn't be demanding respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't make your champion look weak.
Champion looks weak.
What was the point of putting the belt on her if she's just gonna lose it at WrestleMania?
Just because she had nothing to do, so they wanted to throw her in the mix. It should have been Rhea Ripley and Bianca.
Throw a big name in there. I mean, Io is over. Io might be the most over woman, to be honest, on the roster. They love Io Sky.
Yeah,
they do, but I think sometimes
it was crazy, and no
one. I think Roman said it best though. Sometimes you give them what they want, but the fans they don't know what they want.
They
don't. You give it to them, and then they like
Roman be talking some shit, man.
Bro, but it's so true. The fans like, yo, we want this, and we give it to you, and then they turn on it. It's like, all right, cool, we got it. No, now you got to enjoy it. Triple H, back in the day, used to have something called transitional champions. Oh, we don't want Hogan to lose to Warrior. We need someone to have that belt in between so Warrior can beat him without losing to Hogan. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, Sergeant Slaughter gets it. In today's era, they have what I call storyline champions. You're going to hold this belt for as long as we need you to fit a certain thing. Even if the thing isn't over, we're going to ride it till the wheels fall off unless, you know what I mean? Unless something big changes. The Rock comes back, ratings drop or something like that. So I think Io was the shakeup. I think people could see things coming a mile away. She's over. Give it to her. But guess what? We still gonna get what we want. We still gonna give you Rhea, Bianca.
And it's WrestleMania season. She's a Japanese wrestler. They want the Japanese customer and consumer to watch WrestleMania, so give them a reason to watch.
There it is.
Do you think the WrestleMania match we get on the other storyline front is Naomi versus Jade? Because Bianca's a little tied up with that.
I don't know if that makes it to WrestleMania.
I think it's
Jade squash and Jade gets this big entrance and payback moment because she already beat her down. So
twice, but they haven't had a match. They haven't had a match.
That was what I thought when I had seen it happen. I thought naturally it would lead to a match at WrestleMania. Otherwise, like, what's the point? Just to beat up Naomi?
Yeah, I think we're gonna uncover that Bianca was the one behind this. So that's still gonna come out, and then you're gonna get Jade and Bianca, and like Jerry said,
I could see that being a SummerSlam thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right now, Naomi's just taking a transitional ass whooping.
Yeah. We got to get that title in Bianca's hands, so then her and Jade, because that's a match we want. Jade with an AEW.
Yeah, right now, Naomi's just, getting the transitional ass whooping.
The transnational transitional ass whooping.
Transitional ass whooping.
I know we about to wrap it up. Do y'all think Cody and Cena is going to give us a better match than Cody and Roman?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
break a wish. Break a wish.
Because Cena is the goal. Here's the thing. Cody.
Oh my God.
Cody versus Roman was a great match because of the story. There's a great story to Cena. If Cena wins and becomes the 17-time champion, then yes, it will be a greater match. But I'm
talking about the actual. We talking about the actual
in ring, the actual physical match, like the.
I'm talking about the same thing. If Cena wins, like
he doesn't have to win. He doesn't have to win for them to have a better.
Yes, he does. Yes,
he doesn't.
No, I'm telling you.
What Breaker Witch is talking about is the moment.
Who do you think is a better wrestler?
Welcome to the wonderful mind.
Who y'all think is a better wrestler, John Cena or Roman Reigns?
Prime John
damn
Cena.
They're equal, to be honest.
They are very similar. You're right, but it's still John Cena. John Cena.
I think John Cena has the edge, but
John Cena has the edge in his prime, which he's not in right now. So again,
you know why that's not even a fair question, though? Because Cody and Roman had fucking Beanie Mark, The Rock, fucking Cena. It had Cena in it. That match had people.
Hey. When it's more than just someone winning and holding up a belt, it makes the match, right? What you're asking for is the Cena 17 time is asking for. Did LeBron have a good game when he broke the scoring record? No one remembers. They just know he did the record.
Let me ask y'all this.
It's that moment, and that's what John Cena will do. Because you said he has to win. which means it doesn't matter what the match happens. It's the moment.
So if
Cena
Stone
winning
Cold
17
pops
is a
out, is
bigger
it a
moment
better
than
match?
WrestleMania.
If Stone
It won't.
Cold pops
No,
out, is it a
no,
better
it's
match?
not going to be a better match no matter what because they lack the story. The story feeds into the match.
Hey, DNA, if Stone Cold pops out, is it going to be a better match?
No.
I thought I had one with that one.
No, I'm
Bro,
gonna be honest
that
with you.
storyline was 2 years in the making.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
because
honest.
Cody lost the first
I'm
year.
gonna be honest with you. It has a potential to be a bigger moment, or just as big as a moment. But in terms of the actual in-ring wrestling, I just don't think John Cena is capable of doing. You know what I mean? With Roman.
Well,
and
then
Cody.
you're a hater. I don't know what else to tell you. Then you.
I'm going for John Cena to win.
Drink the haterade because you bugging. What? John Cena is incapable,
bro.
I'm gonna send you a list of.
But here's the sad part, Z. WWE is all about the moment these days and not the match.
Exactly.
Correct. This is why you say things like The Undertaker has more classic matches than Bret Hart. Like that's how that shit happens. You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait.
That was a terrible impersonation.
That's your Z impression?
Yeah. I can't wait to have more classic matches because you know what I'm saying? I can even rap like that.
I sound like a Muppet, bro. You made me sound like a Muppet, bro.
Sound like Bert.
All right, hold on. We got 3 more topics to get through before this week is completely done. And one of them is the big moment that Tiffany had, the big flip tonight. Tiffany versus Charlotte. I feel like it heated up tonight, even though it's kind of cold right now. How are y'all feeling on that? Yeah, that silence says a lot. That's silence.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Tiffany
Shout out
versus
to
Charlotte,
B-Fab. B-Fab got a match
if you
with
were
Charlotte
cold,
Flair, so shout out to
if you were
B-Fab.
freezing cold, if you were cold at 32 degrees, right? And then we turn you up to 38. Yeah, you did heat up, but like my God, we still cold. Like that flip was kind of dope, but I just think Charlotte Flair, it's just stale to me.
And
I don't want
we were
Tiffany
talking
playing
about
victim.
in-ring ability. That is a match that I think has a lot of in-ring ability and potential to be really good.
Yeah. It might actually steal the show, to be honest. It could. It has the potential to. But honestly, I'm not looking for it. I'm not sitting there setting no DVRs. I'm not like, oh shit, let me get. No. It could steal the show. However, I'm just not looking forward to it.
Damn, you said that's when you're gonna warm up the nacho cheese?
That's the smoke break match.
That might be the smoke break match. But you know what's funny? In respect to them, when you come back, you might hear, "Damn, you should have never left." You know what I mean? Because they both had that potential to have that type of match. And I don't like seeing fucking Charlotte do the. I think Charlotte had the move first, but now that Stephanie McCure does that move, the bang. I don't want to see my Thin Mints doing snicker moves. You are not in the gambling. Nobody wants to see that. Like that. That shit don't work, bro. Stop it. You gotta have a certain.
Thin Mints doing snicker moves great. Talking about storylines, we're not too interested
doing snicker
in.
moves. You ain't supposed to do that.
The Drew McIntyre and Shinsuke attacking Priest today. Yo, Jerry is not fucking with it at all.
That shit look disgusting.
You like Drake. I like my women BBW.
And I think she had the move first, but now that we've seen people whose bodies are more filled, you hear Booker T, yeah. He will never do that if Charlotte does it. That
Booker
move will
T
be
should never
back
do
in
that anyway. But
bro, I'll be right there with Booker. Yeah. I'll be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how fans when Sheamus be like, bang. We do the same thing with Stephanie. Do that move.
We don't do that.
Remember when she did it to Jada? We was all happy. That shit fed the family.
That shit. Yo, you want Jerry? You clean tonight?
No, you said I got 3 cups. I got my coffee. I got my water. Bong. And I got my coffee, but I'm telling the truth. She's in the gambling.
You got 2 different types
of coffee. I got my coffee, I got my water, and I got my coffee.
Call me Senor Sippable tonight.
Yo, so Drew McIntyre and Shinsuke attacking Priest, another storyline that, well, I'm not super interested in it. I think they're kind of just giving Drew McIntyre stuff to do.
And Damian Priest for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if I feel like McIntyre really should be in a bigger spot than he is now. Like
Drew McIntyre was coming off a scorching hot moment with CM Punk,
Years.
scorching hot feud, and Shinsuke just lost his title. They shouldn't be doing any of this.
I don't like McIntyre versus Gunther. Sounds like a better thing to me. I would.
Hey, that works.
It did happen,
works.
but like every time it happened, it was some of the greatest matches. I don't know if it ever happened. Oh yeah, I think Gunther did beat. He retained against Drew McIntyre.
And that's far enough in the
But
past.
Jay and Gunther already happened.
Yeah, like a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, super Saturday night, Saturday main event.
Yeah, that I don't. Yeah, we'll see what they do with that.
Yeah, that's dark.
I'll say this. You know what's bad? Damian Priest should be bigger than what he is, and that's what I think they were hoping for, and he's not. He took a world championship. He didn't translate well. He can be world champion again. That'd be
People
cool.
liked it for like a week.
He'll be a good transitional champion. He'll be a 2-3 time guy, but no real long. Don't give it to him for more than 3 months. You know what I mean?
That was almost. We're not going to call a yellow card on that play, but that was almost a yellow card. You was coming dangerously close. Remember, 3 yellow cards is a red. I watch soccer. I don't know if it works like baseball, but I'm going to act like
it. We should. If somebody gets 3 yellows, we should mute their mic for 5 minutes straight.
Mute their mic for the whole show because they shouldn't be talking if they got 3 yellows.
Hey, and we should put it in the pot. $10 service fee.
I'm gonna get an actual yellow flag, and I'm gonna call flag.
You can't charge nobody for being freaky now. Well, you know.
the freaky charge, bro.
Senior Simple Boy is a little different. What's the last thing, Z?
Last topic. We got Randy Orton versus KO. Return of the punt kick, which is from one of the eras I say is the most slept on. Ironically, it's the PG era, but you had Randy Orton running around kicking people in the face. Return of the punt kick.
Simple but effective.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna punt kick nobody till
Mania. The biggest thing that has to happen for Randy Orton is he got to go at it with John Cena.
Yeah, he has to be part of the last run for Cena. Absolutely.
You can't put it in question. The biggest thing for Randy Orton is to feud with John Cena. I said it. That's not a pause. I said what it is. I didn't say just
the biggest thing
for Randy Orton to do is feud with John Cena. I said it.
And then you even said
if I just said it. No, I'm gonna tell you the rules. If I just said you want to know what's one of the biggest things, then that's a pause because I'm not telling you what I'm referring to.
You just said that,
and I told you what I was referring to.
I'm not gonna lie. Laying down the rules.
You didn't. You said. However, come.
I'm gonna have to rewind the tape.
However, what?
Hey, tail of the tape. Y'all tell us in the comments.
Gotta go to the tent. The review booth.
Got to pause, man. I let it be known what I was talking about. I articulated myself. You over here saying however come.
Out of this shit.
He's saying however come. So like, what is he on? He's doing.
You know what he on? He got that drink in his cup. I think Randy should be the one to take the title off Cena.
I agree.
I would love it. That would make Randy like 15-time champion, I think.
Yes, 15.
And I think he has time
to shake the hand of the man who gets to 18. Randy's like the closest.
And I think that gives time for Randy to even maybe tie it up. That would be cool if Randy and John Cena retire with it tied up, or Randy can maybe even beat that himself. But yeah, I like that. I think Randy Orton versus KO is cool.
It's gonna be fun. If nothing else, it's just gonna be fun because Randy's having fun.
Yeah.
Here's my thing though.
Yeah, but I want him to punt kick Kevin Owens. I don't fuck with Kevin Owens.
Oh, he will. KO is known for taking L's.
Randy Orton used to like take people's parents out of the crowd, drag them into the ring, and then punt kick them during the PG.
More specifically, John Cena's dad.
Randy Orton was a savage. Randy Orton, at one point, handcuffed Triple H to the ring, RKO'd Stephanie, then kissed her while she was knocked out in front of Triple H. This is during the PG era.
That's people a professional fervor, y'all.
People forget what a savage Randy Orton was.
And I think we're gonna see the Legend Killer get the title off Cena. Then Randy can drop it to whoever. So
Facts.
Here's the thing: you won't see a single Punk kick till Mania. It's gonna keep being. He's about to. You won't see it. Mania, he does it. 2, Kevin Owens is definitely taking the L because Kevin Owens has no big wins lately, but he has some of the best matches.
He
So
just
you
beat
can
Sami
expect.
Zayn, brother.
You said what
There's a
happened?
reason they gave him Stone Cold.
Fire. Him and Sammy was crazy. Him and Cody was crazy. At the
That
Royal
was
Rumble.
one of Cody's best matches.
Yeah. And Randy's about to
And
get a
deny.
match of the year classic.
because Kevin Owens is going to go for it. That's it.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
Yep.
But there you
All
guys
right,
have
so-
it, man. This week in wrestling, March 10th through March 14th. Anything we didn't cover that you would like us to cover, put it in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe. Are we gonna? We're not waiting until Friday because John Cena appears on Monday, so there should be some interaction happening on Monday after he does what he does.
so
Correct?
hit that notification button so you don't miss it. That's it.
Good night.